everyone, and welcome here to Cedar Point for We the Coasters Journeys. My name is Dillon. Hope you guys get ready for an awesome time here at America's Rock and Roller Coast. I'm telling you, this place is awesome. One of the best here, located in Sandusky, Ohio. Oh man, this is gonna be one epic trip. I am here joined today by Lynn. And then behind the camera, just briefly for right now, we have Kyle.
What is up?
Because it is so hot and sunny, we got shades roaming on today. I mean, it is gonna be a very hot day and a beautiful one nonetheless. So, without wasting any time, enjoy today's featured presentation of We the Coasters Journeys, back once again, round 4 at Cedar Point. If you like what we do here at We the Coasters, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and hit that bell notification for any future uploads. All right, so we got ourselves Fast Lane Plus for the day because
it's Cedar Point.
Yeah, it's Cedar Point. We have to.
Cedar Point. It's a necessity if you want to get rides in.
Especially on Millennium Force, Maverick, Steel Vengeance, especially that one.
The big 3.
Yeah, you have to, please, because if not, you're gonna miss out and you're gonna regret it. But anyways, right now with early entry, so the big rides they have today are Gatekeeper, Wild Mouse, Millennium Force, and what was the other one? I know there was another one. I think it was Iron Dragon. Yeah, Iron Dragon. So, and then a couple of flats.
Oh, and breaking news, Top Thrill 2 will not open today.
Unfortunately not. So if you...
Shocker.
I know. So if you remember last year, they just made an announcement that Top Thrill 2 will be coming to the park, and they didn't really have the spike fully up, and you can kind of see it right over here. The spike is up. It is installed. Everything is set, but unfortunately, with how the season started out, it worked for about 2 weekends, and then it just...
Stay revved up all summer long with Top Thrill 2.
And it's down. But unfortunately, it's been down since, what was it, late May? Late May?
I don't even think it was that. It was like...
Mid-May?
It was open for like the first week, and then...
Like first 2 weekends, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it is down, but we will show you some videos in person of what it looks like, because, I mean, when you do see it in person out here, it's unbelievable. It's a marvel.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever that ride opens up and whenever the time we get back here, we are definitely going to get a ride in it, because I know you haven't done a 400-foot ride.
No.
And you haven't done a 400-foot ride.
Nope.
I have with Dragster. I'm sorry to flex. Anyways.
Well, I've done Big Bad Wolf, so.
I'll get out of here with that. Let's head over to our first attraction of the day. So other than Top Thrill 2, before we actually do our first ride, there also been a couple other changes within Cedar Point. So a couple of like small things like, you know, the Iron Dragon fries, I believe it was like Dragon Fries it was. They changed that to an alcoholic place that's over there. Just, you know, kind of minor.
21 and colder.
Yeah, 21 and colder. And then there's like a few other minor changes along the way. However, I did want to report one other thing I totally forgot to mention today. Now, if you've been following along within the last 3 years, there's always been at least one coaster closed. Now, specifically, I'm not talking about like Top Thrill because that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But I have wonderful news. All the coasters don't have an issue. I'm shocked.
I was here 2 weeks ago and everything was running fine, so I'm sitting here thinking, well, I'm not the problem, at least.
I was getting concerned thinking it was me. I'm like, oh no, what did I do?
I was thinking that Top Thrill 2 wasn't going to open when we were here, and lo and behold,
yeah.
that's
And
our ride.
like I said, unfortunately Top Thrill 2 is the one that's not operating, which, I mean, it is what it is. But every other coaster, like Valravn, Gatekeeper, Magnum, Millennium Force, Steel Vengeance, Maverick, all of them are running.
Yes.
However, I will say when we came here technically yesterday, off the vlog, we did hear a very weird sound on Millennium Force on one of the cables there.
Yeah, you're not really... It sounded more like an aero lift hill than it did a cable lift, which is awfully concerning. Hopefully they got that issue fixed, whatever it may be.
And it may have been a train.
Rattle at top of the hill.
Yeah, and it was a train, because like when we heard it, and then another train went by, it was fine. So it had to have been a train with the cable.
So my prediction, Millie is running 2 trains today, unfortunately. I don't know for sure, just a prediction.
At least from what we saw in Millennium Force, we did see the yellow train going on by, but that's all we saw so far. But anyways, let's head over to Millennium Force. Get ourselves a ride. Let's go. All right, here we are. First ride of the day, Millennium Force, the original Giga roller coaster that's out here.
Still the best Giga coaster.
I will say this though, when we were here last night, there was a sound by the chain. Right now, no issue. And they're running all 3 trains.
Yeah, so much for my prediction, and I'm glad I was wrong.
Yeah, thank God. So we're gonna hop on Millennium Force, and should be a fun ride.
Well, we just got off that beautiful work of art known as Millennium Force. Great way to start the day, and we did something different this time.
We did front row, but we did 2 different trains.
Yes.
So Kyle got the banana train, and we got the red train.
Yeah, here's why. All right, I was calculating like which train we would get earlier, and I was like, oh, Dillon, we're gonna get the banana train. No, I thought 2 guys were gonna be partners, but no, they're 2 single riders, and they decided to not ride together. Now, it's kind of something to get upset, like ridiculous to get upset over, but I mean, guys, make a friend.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't really care for riding with people I don't know either, so I really can't complain about that.
Come on, that's the fun of it. You make a friend.
I love having a row auto myself, especially the front row, like I did on the banana train. You can't beat that.
I'm down the middle. Sometimes I like meeting new people because you never know. They could be really, really scared of the ride.
Hey, you could have just ironed Wazzy. You could have been like, nope. Then we wouldn't have
So,
met.
I will say this real quick. So, red train we did was very good. We enjoyed it a lot. And someone likes to have an apology there.
I'm sorry. Just cue the music, get the merchandise. I'm sorry for what I said about Millennium Force.
Last year.
Last year.
Get it right,
Yes.
because it was last year, but, oh yeah.
But, respectfully, sorry, but Orion is still not my favorite Giga.
I don't blame you. It's good. I mean,
Sorry,
it's good.
It's on the bottom of the list.
But, no.
I will say too, ever since doing Project 305 and then doing Millennium Force again,
It's weird.
it's definitely very weird because like the main thing I noticed with the cable lift here is a little slower because I mean we've heard that it does go slower now compared to being faster. But overall, it's still a good ride. But I mean, when you do the differences, it feels kind of weird when you kind of like, you do one different Intamin Giga to another different Intamin Giga, and you have that like, wow, that is very weird of a difference. It's a visual thing. It's a visual thing.
Now, I
Also,
like...
category differences. It's
A
like
little
you
bit.
can see,
Like
like
Fury.
they're both Intamin Gigas, but I mean, Fury versus Orion. I mean,
Yeah.
Now, one thing I like that they've added this year, if you in the queue, not only do you hear that iconic music, but right before the train heads out, you hear things that are said back in the very first commercial that was aired for Millennium Force, which is...
Yeah, and obviously we can't put it on film because, you know, we can't bring the GoPro on the ride because, you know, it's Cedar Point for you there, but they would have things like, at the turn of Millennium, the greatest thrill ride, Millennium Force. Like, it was so cool to hear that. It felt like a 1999 or 2000 moment. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Dillon and I were around for that.
We geeked out.
So, yes. But, man, great way to start the day at Cedar Point. Where are we on to next? Did you say Maverick?
We could probably head to Maverick.
and food.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan to me here.
Guys, what's up?
Hope you're having a good day so far.
I am.
So just want to show you real quick with the banana train that you can see up here on Millennium Force. You can see how the cable lift is actually moving a little slower. So when we did our King's Dominion vlog, obviously with that ride, the cable lift was much faster than this one. I mean, you were hauling on that one. And now I can say this for Kyle's sake, because he's done it technically 2 years in a row. You noticed it as well, didn't you?
Yes.
So the cable lift obviously moved much faster on that one. And Millennium Force, to be fair, is going to be turning 25 next year, which that is scary to imagine.
Plus, I don't have a problem with it being a little bit slower because you gotta take in the view.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a beautiful view of Lake Erie up there, and
Especially on the left side.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually,
So-
another thing I just noticed too is on the left side of Millennium Force, you get the Lake Erie view, so you get the more open view. On the right side of 305, you get the more open view on that one. So it's kind of weird how that works because the catwalks are on the right side of Millennium Force, and on 305 they're on the left side. So I don't know if anyone else has ever noticed that or if it's just me, but something that it kind of hit me when I did that within a 2-month difference. So
305, you don't get much of a view though. You get grass. Like, okay.
you get a grassy feel.
Yeah. Here you get a beautiful lake.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. But yeah, so as we're gonna head over to Maverick, we're gonna take a quick bite to eat and go from there. So just wanting to show one ride we'll be skipping out on today is Cedar Creek Mine Ride.
This janky piece of crap right here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just we did it the last couple of years. I mean, we did it last year with Lynn, and then 2 years ago, 3 years ago with us. So I mean, we're just gonna skip out on it.
My back is already hurting right now. I think I slept. I think I laid on it wrong in the bed on the hotel last night.
We'll skip out on this ride. The Farmhouse Kitchen and Grill. Honest opinion, this is probably one of my favorite places to eat because it has some of the best food that's out here.
See, this place opened in 2022, and we've eaten here the last 2 years. So I'll have to make it 3 in a row. I mean,
Yeah, this place is awesome. I love it. And the fact you can get steak as part of the meal deal, that is awesome. So we're gonna go in. We'll let you know what we got for our lunch. All right, here's what we got for food. So Kyle's got chicken tenders and wedges.
What's the size of these chicken tenders right here?
Yeah,
I
they're
did not get
huge.
cheated on these things.
Yeah, they're huge. So I got the steak, potatoes, and biscuit. And Lynn got the steak, biscuit, and wedges. And also got a fruit. So
Yeah.
I've said this before, I think Cedar Fair's been doing really, really good with their food lately because they have been killing it there. And one thing I've been saying a lot on the camera is that the potatoes here in general have been just outstanding. So whoever's been doing that for the culinary team, you guys know what you're doing. Thank God. These are fantastic. So let's dig in and eat. All right, so we finished up eating over at Farmhouse real quick. Kyle, Lynn, what'd you guys think of the food?
Delicious.
Good. Very good.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love this place. Great food, fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. I'm telling you, if you guys ever come to Cedar Point for the first time, please check this place out. It is so good. It's located next to Cedar Creek Mine Ride, Skyhawk, and Maverick right over here, and Frontier Inn. So check it out when you do. That's the spot right over here. You get very, very good food. And of course, if you have the all-day dining, it really does come in handy, or all season as well. But there's a ride we gotta head to next. It's right over here. Maverick. Let's ride. All right, so before we talk about the ride, I want to showcase that Maverick does have some new shirts. They have this one right over here. This blue shirt that's over here has the stats on the left side, and it's got a shape of a triangle here. And then this shirt right over here has all the stats and everything about it. So, first and foremost, me and Kyle, we rode the front, then rode row 2. Lynn, real
On a
quick
separate
ride.
train.
Yes, how was your ride?
Pretty good.
All right, Kyle.
Very good. Front row. Maverick, can't beat it. I think Maverick's a little bit better in the back, but it's still great in the front.
Oh yeah. I love Maverick. It's easily one of my favorites, and my God, it is just a gem and a half. So we have to do this real quick. Now, Kyle, for last year's sake, we had a very interesting first ride when we had over there. What entirely happened
Yes,
there?
we did. Well, I think you probably remember a little bit better than I do, but well, let's just say we had a bit of an incident with.
That wasn't the first ride though. It was one of the couple others, I think.
Oh, probably second, but at least one of the first ones we
Second
did.
or third, I think.
Something like that. Regardless, yeah, we had a phone fly on that one.
Yeah, and this was just a freak accident, and we covered this. Well, we tried to cover this in the vlog last year. We were using my GoPro, and it decided to give us the middle finger, and it didn't want to record any sound from day one. And you can't even go to Instagram because we said, hey, if you want to know what happened, watch the vlog. So, I mean,
Oops.
yeah. Love technology, don't you?
Yeah, but I ended up catching the phone somehow, some way, and having to hold on to it for about half the ride, which was fun. But
Not to mention going upside down too.
Oh, easily. So I will say though, I mean, it was pretty crazy to say the least. But I will say though, again, freak accident, and totally understand. But at the same time, man, cargo pockets, they really do come in handy, or fanny packs.
Yes.
But for my sake, I say cargo pockets as well. I'm a guy, but yeah.
If you're a woman, you don't really have an option.
I know. Anyways, we had a good time. On to our next attraction. Well, we're about ready to cross the train tracks over here because we are heading over to Steel Vengeance. Steve, this giant RMC hyper hybrid. And probably the best part of that ride, those two inversions right there. Should be interesting to see how that'll go. Let's ride.
So, just got off Steel Vengeance. Sat in rows 8 and 9. That was a ride.
I gotta say this, I'm gonna be totally honest. The ride's good, and the operations to move the ride along are great, but the ops doing the bar check suck. They're terrible. Stop stapling the people.
I luckily wasn't stapled, but still. I mean, the first half is good, but I mean, the second half.
Repetitive.
I mean, there's a couple of inversions that's pretty good, but then it's just. Really?
The inversions on this ride kick ass.
They are.
All the airtime everybody likes to pleasure themselves to. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, so I'll say this real quick because I know the train horns would be loud for Lynn. But I mean, we don't really have major complaints with the ride. It's just the ride ops got to stop saving people. Because whoever's been doing this for this ride, you got to stop doing that, man. That is absolutely trash. I have my legs perfectly fine. The green is up there and they still saving me. So that's kind of ridiculous. But like, if I'm green and I'm good, don't push down. That rule where we push the lap bar down for you is the dumbest rule I've ever seen.
Get rid of that.
Busch Gardens does not do that. King's Dominion, they do the same thing, but they're not staple friendly.
Hershey Park doesn't do that on Hawaii.
They are great with that. They're fantastic. But this here, that is the worst. Dear Cedar Point, we love you guys a lot, but please get rid of that rule for this ride. That is trash. Horrible. Not the ride, just the ride up.
I mean, the ride for me, it was a lot.
train.
Love that inversion there, but the ride for me, it was better than I thought it was going to be. I felt a little bit stuffed in there, but I've had way worse rides on steel pigeons, so I mean,
I have too, to be fair, but it's like, don't be stable people. That's kind of trash.
Yeah.
So real quick, Lynn's got her headphones on because I know the ears. So Lynn, how was your ride?
Good.
Simple to fact.
I kind of mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. Other than that, on to our next attraction, wherever that may be.
Alrighty.
Well, so we're gonna do Snake River Falls, but one of the ride ops is up on the lift hill, and I am assuming someone had their phone out mid-ride.
That's what we have. We have a dummy. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah, it looks like she's checking the whole car, and I don't know who it is, but someone on there looks like had their phone out, and
That's one right you take your phone out on. You
yeah,
know
right.
That one.
I know. I mean, don't doubt people, but it's unbelievable. Besides, like I said before, we're not riding it, but wow, that's crazy we caught that though. I mean, that's pretty great. So anyways, we're gonna do Snake River Falls, the big boat ride. I have a feeling, as you look here real quick, see how everyone's gonna be here before? Afterward, we're gonna be drenched.
Look how dry we are. This ain't gonna last.
No, it ain't, All right, so we're gonna put stuff in the locker, and we'll enjoy the ride.
Ride Snake River Falls, they said. You won't get too wet, they said. Well, see here, and then here I am.
So drenched. Oh my God.
I feel like I was just in a wet t-shirt contest, and I feel like I might have a chance at winning, but anyway.
Oh my God. So we did row 2 on the ride, which was great. And then we were just like, yeah, that wasn't good enough. Let's stay on the bridge and get wet 3 more times, because why not? That was great.
That was refreshing.
That was very refreshing. I was actually feeling a little on the sweat side there, so that definitely refreshed me there. Honest opinion, I think Snake River Falls I like more than Thunder Canyon. I think so, because it's just, when it comes to water rides, I want to get more wet to cool off, and Snake River does the job.
Oh yeah.
Thunder Canyon, when we did that last year, and for me and Kyle's sake, when we missed out on the first 2 years we came here, we said we were going to do it. And when we finally did it, nothing happened till about the very end where those waterfalls came in. And don't get me wrong, it was a decent ride, but...
Oh, that waterfall absolutely obliterated me. Here's the end result for Lynn. As you can see,
I think it's safe to say everyone got drenched.
yes.
How you
Very much
feeling?
so.
Good. Refreshed. Definitely refreshed. I'm gonna leave my hair down, let it dry out, and I can put it back up.
On to that. On to the next attraction we'll do. We'll probably either Gemini or Magnum. So Lynn is doing Skyhawk, and me and Kyle may do this another time, but Lynn just wanted to hop on, and we'll see how it goes from there. We'll give you some shots. She's gonna be right over here on this side. Can't really see it because of this thing here, but yeah. All right, you're gonna see on the other side. Here she goes. All right, up next for today, we have Gemini. Last time we were here, during like the few hours we had, they're only running one side, but now it's racing. You ready, race?
When I was here 2 weeks ago, this is one coaster that I did not get to ride, so
Blasphemy.
looking forward to making up for it today.
Oh, easily. And look at red, just smoke blue. Holy cow. Crazy. Anyways, let's head to Gemini. All right, so we did a ride on Gemini. We rode the blue side. Oh,
We won the race.
We smoked red. Oh my goodness, we smoked them. Also, man, that ride is absolutely fun. I love Gemini. I have a huge soft spot for this ride. So good.
That's gotta be the best. That coaster's gotta have the best racing element of any coaster I've been on. That, or maybe that one in Hershey. I can't remember the name.
Oh, not Wildcat. Lightning Racer. I don't know. I like Gemini a lot. I really do. And what's funny for an arrow, that's got to be one of the more smoother arrows you'll ever find. It's unbelievable.
It's not very janky. It's very comfortable. It's a lot of fun.
And really good airtime. I know there's been a lot of rumors saying that this ride may be on the chopping block, and like I get why they're saying it, but at the same time, this ride's so fun. It really is. Lynn, what did you think of Gemini? Once she takes a drink of water.
Try to put this on.
I know, right?
And it's a classic. But now we're headed over to Magnum XL, so that way I can do proper, like, comparison.
Oh, yeah.
Sons are both by arrows.
Oh, true that. All right, let's head over to Magnum XL-200. All right, it's time. Magnum XL-200. Now, I just want to say this real quick. Lynn, you rode it 3 times last night with me and Kyle. You love this.
I think this is Lynn's new favorite coaster here.
I think so. But yeah, it's got a lot of character. It's good. And we're going to be heading on next. What's that?
Lockers somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it's on the other side. Oh. But yeah, I just want to show you we're about ready to do Magnum XL-200. I see the blue train's on for this one. I think they
last night.
No, it wasn't.
They were only running 2 trains last night, just the red and the gray. Blue was the one sitting out for whatever reason, so hopefully they have all 3 trains running today.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, I just want to showcase that real quick as we're going to do that next.
So after we got robbed of riding this classic last year, we were definitely making up for it. That is for sure.
Whatever reason, it's like the rides that don't work at all the previous year, and we come to it the following year. It works out in our favor when we get all the rides in. I'll tell you this, Magnum is a walk-on and it is a station weight. That is mind-blowing.
A lot of rides right now are, I think we just looked at them, I think the longest you said was like 45 minutes. That was for Maverick.
It's 45 minutes for Maverick and Valravn.
Yeah, and look around. It is an absolutely gorgeous day here at Cedar Point. You would think, even on a Thursday,
here, we'll show you this real quick.
But it would be pretty crowded.
A little bit over here, a little bit, but even then, it's like
I don't know how well you can see it.
Yeah, it's a little bit kind of showing here. So like you kind of see my fingers pointing. Like the weight is going to be like right around here, but that's about like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean this is, and of course we spent $160 something on Fastlane plus, thinking we're.
But it's worth it for like Millennium Force.
Steel Vengeance, Maverick.
Yeah, for those rides specifically, but for the others. It really hasn't been too much, man, really, so
we did 2 rides here on Magnum.
Middle, back, and back row.
First time we were on 2 separate trains. You guys were in row 9, I believe, on yours. I was in row 8.
Yeah.
And both rides for me, extremely
well,
bumpy.
row 9 for one and row for you on the other one, then we did the back.
Yeah, I was in the very back on the second ride, both of which were quite bumpy. I must have been on a wheel like both of those rides or something.
I think you know my answer. I love this ride.
Oh, yeah.
Magnum has got a lot of charm to me. I'd say outside of Millennium Force, like I have a soft spot for this ride, and my God, that thing is awesome. I love it. Oh my God, it's great though. So I gotta wait for the starter over here because I know she's brushing her hair right now because I know she really has gotten a soft spot for this ride, and obviously I will say this is probably one of the most polarizing roller coasters you will ever find in the roller coaster community out there. It's hard to say between this and Rip Ride Rocket what is more polarizing, but I think, honest opinion, just between like what's an actual polarizing roller coaster, I would say it's this one. I think so.
Like the 2 rides that I had, I mean, yeah, those were quite bumpy, but those still weren't as bad as the thigh crushing experience I had when I first rode this back in 2021.
Yeah. So, see, and you've realized that.
Yes.
So I think Lynn's just about ready because I know she's getting her hair all fixed there. She's almost ready, but okay, hold on, come on over here, Lynn.
We'll just bring the camera over to
Lynn,
you here. So.
The star of the show, who finally got to ride Magnum after what happened last year.
Done it 5 times so far.
What has been the outcome so far?
So far, so good. The only like bad experience that I had with this attraction was my first ride because I stapled myself.
Yeah.
But I learned to not do that.
And that is something too. The bars do like to come down like pretty quick, so you got to be very careful with the bars.
Yeah, those aren't like the most sturdy bars right here. No. I mean, it's quite easy for them to come down.
They're very similar to Gemini and Cedar Creek Mine Ride, Venture Express, basically any of the mine trains that's there.
They're all aero coasters too, so it really makes sense.
But it's still a good ride.
So we just got our aero fix in for right now. We're not gonna do Cedar Creek Mine Ride or Corkscrew. We might do Iron Dragon maybe.
Well, I would say Iron Dragon because we got to check out that view of Top Thrill too from the ride.
But I'm in the mood for B&Ms, Valravn, Raptor, Gatekeeper. Hell,
Gatekeeper allegedly has a very short wait.
Even Rougarou, which I think is, I wouldn't say it's great. I think it's a lot better than people say it is, honestly.
The redhead stepchild.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a bit underrated. I don't have an issue with Rougarou, so I'm in the mood for B&M right now. I don't know about you guys. Alrighty.
So failed to mention this here, but all the Cedar Fair parks, they've been adding this more recently where they actually showcase the current wait times for regular and for Fastlane, which is actually very new. And I know Kings Island, you showed this before, has this too.
Mystic Timbers has it. I don't
Mystic Timbers
Yeah,
only?
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know
sure
about-
Orion has it too.
Orion might. I haven't checked in a while.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of the parks are adding these more often. All the roller coasters here at Cedar Point has it, which is nice.
Yes.
And it's good that they're actually indoctrinating this, because to be fair, you know, a lot of people do wonder like the wait times around here, and you know, some are digital, some are like the analog there. I think was Cedar Creek Mine Ride is analog, and I think there's one other ride that's analog if I remember correctly, but most of these are digital, so that's nice. I'm glad that they're like that though. Anyways, let's head over to some B&Ms. So this area is fairly new, I guess you could say. They redid a lot of this area, but this is where Top Thrill 2 would be, and also your ride photo that's over here, which that is actually brand new. But unfortunately, as we're here, Top Thrill 2 is not going to be operating at the time that we're here, which is very unfortunate. Now, now let's just do a little bit of a backtrack story. As you know, we did Dragster when we were first here. Well, I did technically, but when 2022 came around, they had it closed for the entire year. It was unsure what was going to happen. 2023, when all three of us were here, they literally just announced that Top Thrill 2 was going to be a thing, like just announced. And now we finally have seen all the construction walls are gone, and then no. So when the park opened, it operated for 2 weekends. 2 weekends. And then after that, nope, they shut down the whole ride, and as of right now, they have not said specifically if this is going to be open for the remainder of the season, and will probably for next season.
My money is on no.
Next season. Now, as of making of this recording, they were inspecting the track to see if there was any cracks on where the intimate side of the track is, because I believe where the launch section is and the brake run is, that is all Zamperla and where the station is at.
Yeah, we can't call this an intimate moment.
Zamperla
moment, maybe? I don't know. Are they known for?
We need somebody to rent out a stick welder and get some volunteers.
Is there?
Zamperla known for rides that are not reliable? I'm not real familiar with Zamperla.
I don't know. I've always wondered that. Corkscrew's going off in the background there. That's another ride we may skip out on. I don't know. I may ride it. So, yeah, we'll see. They also redid a little bit of the Coke freestyle here, so they added in these newer freestyles over here. So that looks very, very nice by itself. And they've added some icy popcorn too, which that's actually very unique. Go for it. But yeah, this whole area looks very nice on the refresh regardless though. So it's very impressive how they cleaned this up a little bit to, you know, bring this out here. Now, in case you're wondering if the bleachers are still available, and answer the question, yes, they are, which you can see right up here. So it is nice that they have that, you know, redone and all that, but still, it's a shame though, this will not be open. Here's a look at one of the signs they have over here. But the big thing that is added on is this giant 420-foot spike that's over here, because here's the thing, when we came here, I would say they got to about this little area right over here that I'm pointing at. Now, there's where the spike is as it's fully constructed, which is absolutely impressive. Now, one other thing to note is that all the trains you can see are on the transfer track, and they have the wheels off and the backs off on most of them. I believe on the blue train the wheels are off, but the other two they have them on.
Now they have been testing it here recently. They didn't last night. I don't know if they're going to do it at all while we're here now. But
yeah, I mean, if we see them, I mean, we'll try to point it out. But yeah, it's probably not the daytime they're doing it. Yeah, you can see it originally. This would be where the exit of Top Thrill 2 would be, where this wall would be. But not the case. But seeing this in person, though, this is absolutely monstrous.
Yeah,
like, this is huge.
Yeah, and I thought Pantheon had an impressive looking spike, but that has nothing on this thing.
Dwarfs it. I mean, you gotta remember, this is 420 feet, but you probably go about, I don't know, 375 maybe, which still is tall regardless. Yeah. Impressive, though. Cannot wait to eventually see this open up. Whenever we do, oh boy, there will be a lot of coverage on this one. I would also like to make a side note that Power Tower did get a repaint as well. The side that used to be green is now blue, and the red they just painted in, which looks very nice. It looks a lot cleaner than it was before. You can tell the green was definitely fading out for sure. So just want to point that out. Also, they have a new game that's out here called the Prize Flyer. Now, as of right now, I believe only Cedar Point and Kings Island have this. So basically, you are a human crane as the operator here actually moves this around, and you get to pick your prize over here.
Now the prizes, honestly, the prizes aren't all that impressive.
No, because you see there are a lot of like inflatable. So you see like an alien, a hammer, a banana, and all that here. But I do want to showcase, for the time that we are here, all season pass holders receive a 15% discount on a human crane. So that is pretty cool that they're showcasing that. So we may actually see one right now with this lady that's over here. This is gonna be really cool to see. All right, so we're gonna showcase to you what this is like, because I've never seen this in person till right now, which is actually pretty impressive to say the least. Now, we did just find out that there is a weight limit to this, which is 300 pounds. So just want to make sure that you guys are aware whenever you do come to any of the parts that do showcase this. So you hold on to the yellow bar that's over here, and there's a hook on the back, and then there you go. So in a way, it kind of reminds you of like a sky coaster in a way, to be fair. So yeah. Except the only difference is there's a giant metal bar in the back that you can see right up here. All right, so the operator is gonna move the joystick, and off he goes. Oh, and he spins it too. Let's see what he's gonna get here.
6, 5,
There's a timer too.
4,
See if he gets it. Come on, buddy. Hey, he is moving around. Uh-oh, here he goes. He's going for the hammer. No. Hey, yes he is. Now it is one for one prize, so. That is cool though. But yeah, this is brand new here at Cedar Point and Kings Island. So at Kings Island, it's over by the Area 72, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right after there by Flight of Fear and Orion.
Yeah. But it's very cool to see this in person though. Alrighty, up next for today, we have Raptor. Me and Maverick, we rode it earlier yesterday.
Yes, we did. It was the first thing we did when we got here yesterday. We got here at about what, 7:30 or so last night.
Now we're gonna get ready to ride.
What can we say about Raptor? I mean, I have
Holy
nothing.
crap!
I have nothing bad to say about this thing.
I will say to say that was probably one of the most intense rides I've ever had, and man, the blood rush to the legs. Wow.
Yeah, we were all in the back row. I sat on the very far right, which it's a bit of a magic seat if you ask me.
I would say so.
I definitely recommend riding that one.
This Helix, good lord, that is, you can pull some G's in that thing.
I'm telling you.
If there is one thing I will say, it's different paint job.
Yes.
Ironic enough, it is reaching, actually it is now 30 years
30
old.
30 year anniversary.
And I forgot to say this too, Magnum XL reached 35 this year too. So next year,
Parks
Millennium Force.
everywhere. So both the Ohio parks put multiple coasters celebrating anniversaries this year.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was here 2 weeks ago, I did not get to ride Raptor. Believe it or not, that wasn't my choice. Obviously, that was up to me.
Was it?
No. It's like, wow, I didn't get to ride an invert, but definitely going to make up for it. The ride we had last night was really good. This was really good. I can't imagine we're done with this thing quite yet.
Now, this Helix right here, that thing is just too good.
I had forgotten about that Helix when we rode it last night. It's like, oh man, this thing really took me by surprise.
It,
But
it definitely
man.
pulls some whip, man. Actually, you know what's funny is that you get the Phantom wing, which is very graceful for the most.
Yes.
You get the most, probably one of the most intense inverts that's out there. And then you have a not bad dive.
Yeah.
It's not bad. But it's something to ride, though.
Honestly, like in terms of like my favorite inverts, I don't know. I cannot decide. I love this. I love Banshee. I love Alpengeist.
Yeah,
Great Bear isn't bad, but I will put those three above that one.
Yeah, easily.
So it's...
I'm a Montu stan. I will forever say Montu. But after revisiting Alpengeist and this again, and I'm on the same board, Great Bear, this and Alpengeist are like tied at second. But I'll tell you what, do not sleep on Alpengeist or Raptor. They are
Absolutely not.
fantastic inverts.
Definitely. So we just got the invert. What, we get a...
Oh, and real quick, shout out to the ops. They have been pumping the trains on that
Yes,
thing.
they
They
have.
did great.
really
I
didn't.
believe-
We had a stack for like 5
That's small.
Well, I mean, you're always going to get a stack with inverts for whatever reason. It's just...
They were doing really good though, really good.
So we just did the invert here. I believe we're going to go do the dive now.
Why
here.
not?
Valravn, yes, let's do it.
All right, so we just got off of Valravn just earlier. Real quick, guys, what you think of the ride?
Pretty good. I was sitting on the we all rode in the back row. I was sitting on the very end. I felt a bit of a rattle. It didn't ruin the ride, but it was noticeable. Yes.
Lynn?
I mean, Valravn is one of my favorite, like, newer B&Ms because, like, the over-the-shoulder restraints kind of get in your way, kind of. But with that vest, it's way smoother.
Like the short person problem in a way.
Yeah. So I wasn't getting my head beaten like on Raptor right over there.
Yeah.
But it was definitely enjoyable.
I'm on the board where it's like Valravn out of the dives is just kind of
I think I like Griffin a little bit better. Now, if Griffin had the best restraints, it would be perfect.
hell no.
There is no perfect coaster. We've learned that. Just like there is no perfect car.
I think
somebody's got to find something to complain about.
I do think of the 3 dives. I do think of the 3 dives. I do think this is weaker. However, if there is one positive about Valravn, it is smooth. Ish.
For the most part.
Little.
But not as smooth as Griffin. No, when we rode Griffin, that was butter smooth. They took great care of that. Here is just kind of, it's okay. Anyways, we'll head to the bathroom real quick and then we'll head to Gatekeeper. Alrighty, time to ride Gatekeeper. A very good wing.
This is one of our favorites. All 3 of us really like this ride.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say right now, I think it's Kyle's, well, I think this is your only wing coaster you've ridden, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I want to say, if memory serves me correctly, yeah, I think it's also Lynn's only wing coaster too, right?
We rode Sky Rush.
Oh, that's an Intamin wing. I mean like a B&M wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm the only one that's done more than one because I've done Next Flight.
I never really counted Sky Rush as a wing coaster. I don't know. Never
It's
really
an
thought of it
Intamin
like that,
Hyper, wing Hyper, whatever it is. Anyways, I just realized we gotta get our stuff in the locker, but yeah, Gatekeeper up next. All right, so we got off a ride on Gatekeeper. We did the back 2 rows again.
Yes, we did.
Kyle.
Very enjoyable, very smooth, fun.
Graceful.
Yes.
Absolutely, definitely on the smoother end for sure, and my goodness. Also, I gotta say, smooth brake run too, that's amazing. But now, time to go to the Grand Pavilion.
Food.
Yes, food and some drinks.
Yes.
Cannot wait. Now, I know last year we covered this, but Grand Pavilion, this is the restaurant and bar that took over the spot where Wicked Twister used to be. Not really many remnants of Wicked Twister is anywhere around here and all that. But they put in a nice restaurant over here, good food, a bar on the 2nd floor. What more else is there to say? So, that's awesome.
We're probably going to eat here for dinner here later on, I would imagine so.
Oh, yeah. But, let's go inside. All right, so here's what we got for our food. Kyle's got the shrimp. He's got waffle fry, or steak fries, I should say, excuse me, in a roll.
Pretty sure this is what I had last year. I know I had the shrimp and I know I had fries.
No, I had the shrimp. You had chicken tenders.
Oh,
No,
gotcha.
I think we both had shrimp. I know I had shrimp last year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. I got the fried fish, the salted potatoes, and a roll. Then got the drumsticks, the fries, and a roll. And honey mustard as well. So I got ketchup for the fish. So, very neat. We'll let you know how that is. All right, so we're gonna get ready to do Wild Mouse. We did this once last year. We did the cheese train. So maybe we'll get lucky and get, you know, like an actual mouse this time.
I thought it was cool that we got the cheese train now.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Yeah, this ride is a blast. This is awesome. So, yeah, it does. Oh yeah. So let's hop on. All right, so we just got off of Wild Mouse not too long ago. So we had the pink train.
Yes, Ziggy, I believe is the name of that mouse.
So let's just say this: smooth ride until close to the very end.
I'd say for the most part, yeah.
Nice
All
little
3
back
of us
jolt.
said ow simultaneously.
Yeah, it was like a back jolt there. It was like towards the end, somewhere like in the very bottom area there, but it was still fine though.
So anyway, may I remind you that this was made by the same manufacturer who is taking over Top Thrill 2.
Somewhere over here, but yeah.
This is a good idea.
Yeah,
but
right.
It already happened.
Yep, it is what it is. And then one other note is last year we got to check out Melt, and unfortunately this year it has not come back. So Melt is no more, and they do have a couple of locations they mentioned on here, like Chicky and Pete's, which is a well-known Cedar Fair, Six Flags Entertainment, franchises there, and Famous Dave's. So that's a shame though. I like Melt a lot. That was a lot of really good food.
I mean, the food was really good. They had a lot of like just
the memorabilia.
Yeah, the memorabilia they have in there. A lot of historic Cedar Point pictures and everything in there. It was a really cool place.
Awesome. So such a shame at least, but Melt, thank you for the memories. All right, next up for today, we are new Iron Dragon. Haven't done that yet, and this will be the first time with Top Thrill 2 being fully built. But one of the cool things you see about with Top Thrill 2 is, I mean, look how close you can get to the big, huge 420-foot spike over here. Which this is wild. Look at this. The camera is doing justice right here. Like, I mean, look how big this is. Imagine being the people trying to do the supports for this, Kyle. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm good.
And remember, they had to remove a piece of Iron Dragon to take off the track briefly to put in some of that spike. That is insane. All right, let's ride.
So Dylan and I just did Rougarou, and I have to say,
Probably a hot take here, but this is a good ride.
I would agree. Good when me and him rode it. It was actually really, really good. I was very surprised.
We were number 2.
I will say though, something happened on our ride where it was 2 rows behind us. There was an issue with like the row, and then as we're about to get off, the train ahead of us from there had an issue in row 6. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
but
that was a
random
situation. They had to height check somebody, and then in the middle of checking cars.
Oh yeah. Also, what was I think we did another ride too. I think
Iron Dragon.
Yeah, we did Iron Dragon. So seeing Top Thrill 2 from Iron Dragon, that was cool. That was fantastic.
Also, one of the smoothest rides on Iron Dragon that we've ever experienced.
Yeah, that was the best ride I've ever had on Iron Dragon.
Oh, easily.
And that's a ride. That's a coaster that's starting to grow on me a little bit. I've only ridden it, once, per visit up here. We didn't ride it in 2022.
Oh, absolutely. In the meantime, I see Millennium Force had no lines. Let's get on that right now.
Great idea.
All right, so we are under the shade and much more cooler now. But we just did Millennium Force second ride.
Yep.
And we did the back. So let me just say this. God bless Millennium Force. That ride, I'm telling you straight up, is awesome. It is great. So looks like they got the lights somewhat still working here, which is wonderful. Like, look at this. Not all the lights are on. That's kind of weird, but oh well. Kyle, how was your ride?
Really good. At the very back row on the blue train.
Yeah. And Lynn, all good? So.
Train relay interruptions there.
Exactly, like always. Off to Maverick.
Man, what a sunset. So, we just got off of Maverick. Yes, I have the camera, but let's hear what these men have to say.
First of all, Maverick in the very back row is amazing. You cannot beat that. We did two rides. Well, the 3 of us did 2 rides.
How many did you do? Hold it up again, I didn't see that. There's another finger right there. You want to explain what happened?
So they were looking for 3 people and 2 others got on. And I somehow magically got a 3rd ride in. And
yeah,
also,
you had to leave us 2 behind.
Well, you did Skyhawk by yourself in all fairness.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Baloney.
But
In the comment section, shame Dylan, please.
Everybody shun this man.
I will say this though, from the 2 rides that we did though, we found out that a popular song when it comes to the nighttime is Bug Salad there, so. So if you remember the Wiggle song, Fruit Salad, well, replace fruit with bugs, because, lots of bugs at nighttime like to show up and hit people in the face.
Great, now we're going to be copyrighted for that one. Nice job.
Some kids are not going to get
Oh
that.
my God. But I will say though, side note, the ride's running great though. It is fantastic.
Oh yeah, we did have a bit of a brief delay because there was a big old storm cloud over by the Michigan area, or towards Michigan. There's a big storm going through Michigan and it's headed kind of towards us. So as soon as the park closes, we might need to start hauling out here.
As an Ohio State fan, I blame Michigan.
Oh my God.
Glove-looking state. Then you got the Skibbity Ohio Riz, whatever the kids say.
Listen, we have a Georgia person behind the camera, and then we have a Floridian here. I don't know any of that stuff, man.
I don't care. Anyway, on to the next ride.
So what we have here in Frontier Town is called Pappy. So if you're familiar with Zoltar, which is kind of very familiar around the parks, basically this is the Western version of Zoltar. And we actually seen him do it, you know, with someone that was here like way early on in the day, kind of around 11:30, noon. It was like a little after our Steel Vengeance ride. We were checking out this shop over here.
Smarts? Think again there, feller. For a small price, old Pappy will tell you how much you don't know.
So Lynn is going to actually be doing one of the fortunes that's going to be over here, and we're going to see how that is very, very soon. There we go.
Well, he took his card. We've had issues with this.
Pappy here with a word of wisdom for you. As you ride on into your future, remember, it's a whole heaping better to do the things you think you oughtn't to than to spend the rest of your life wishing you had. Don't you be leaving this life with regrets. No sirree. Live it up. Start living the high life and give old Pappy some more money for more smart words like this'n. Old miner here can see your future. Got some money? I'll tell you all about it.
There we go. Your fortune. Unexpected wealth will arrive. Remember, he is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Although you may look for riches, realize that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When riches come, do not forget that man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. So when opportunity knocks, grab it. It is easy at any moment to resign the possession of great fortune. To acquire it is difficult and arduous. Alright, not bad.
Keep that. Save it.
That's what it looks like.
Thanks, Pappy.
Time warp. We finally made it back to the hotel. And we're wet. All three of us are wet.
No,
and got ice cream.
No, we did not ride Snake River Falls again, but it sure looks like we did.
Just want to say, the rain hit us from every type of way. From hard rain to soft rain, and the wind of the rain hitting all three of us. And then by logic, we get ice cream.
Lightning and thunder.
That was crazy. So, day one in the books, a lot of fun, and let me just say, Fastlane Plus came in clutch in the day, in like the hot summer day part. It really did. Like, I cannot believe it did. But at the same time, I will say, when it came to like, when the sun was setting and the nighttime came in, there was nobody there. No. And it was unbelievable. So we were going to ride Raptor, and we were about 1 minute to close, and a lightning bolt came by the marina and shut everything down. So, couldn't have waited for about 5 more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes. Nope. And then the rain just decided to do a middle finger. So, let's start with this. Kyle, your 4th visit here.
Yep.
A little bit's changed, but a good visit.
Yes, it was better than the last one I had for the most part.
Lynn, your 2nd time here.
Yeah,
Better? Worse?
better. Now that Magnum's open, I had a blast on that.
That's crazy. That is...
Actually, technically, this is my 5th visit.
Oh, that's right, because 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I was talking about this is better than last year, 2
4th
weeks
visit
ago.
of WeTheCoasters journeys. But,
Yes.
yeah. Yes, absolutely. So I've been coming to this park, well, my first visit came in 2000, and then I came once, literally every year since 2021, so this is technically my 5th visit as well, and it's been pretty good. And the one thing I will say is, you know, from the 2021 to current time, I will say though, it's been pretty crazy, and a lot has definitely changed in certain areas. I know, unfortunately, that there's been a big 400-foot monument that's been sitting there, but I can at least say some good news, though. For the first time in WeTheCoasters journeys here at Cedar Point, all of the rides, this not counting Top Thrill, opened up.
The curse is over.
Thank freaking God. So now...
No, it's not.
Well, she
Top
claims
Thrill
it isn't.
2 is the one that was closed for us.
Well, she claims it, but, you know... If we're talking like regular rides outside of that,
It was expected to be open.
yeah,
Let's put it that
exactly.
way.
It was expected, but I think we finally beat it, dude. Thank God. No more of that crap. And I mean, to be fair, you did say once a few times, like, oh man, can we at least get one day at Cedar Point where like we can do all the coasters?
Guys. Go to the comment section. Tell us, is the curse over or not? Let us know.
You know what? I like the sound of that. So, if you made it this far, let us know in the comments down below. So, for myself, for Kyle, and for Lynn, which we're all tired and we're having Dairy Queen and all, thank you guys for watching for day 1, and we'll see you guys for day 2 coming on up. So, I will see you guys later. Until that point in time,